This is a guide to the writing of balanced arguments or essays, the for and against, advantage, disadvantage essays as we know them. 2 steps in the introduction, restatement plus thesis statement. Example, topic. In the past, most people lived with their families until they got married. But in the modern world, it is more common to live home and share accommodation with friends. Discuss both points of view and give your opinion. Let's see how we can construct our first paragraph, the introduction paragraph. 2 steps, restatement and thesis. How do we restate? By paraphrasing our topic. Example, in the old days, it was not common for people to stay with friends. Instead, they stayed with family until deciding to have a family. And then the restatement is followed by the thesis. There are many pros and cons to both of these choices which need to be taken into consideration before making a decision. This is a set phrase we can use to open our discussion of a balanced essay when we talk about the advantages and disadvantages of something. Let's continue. Let's move on to the main body. First paragraph of the main body, pros and cons staying with family until getting married. We always begin with our topic sentence. We can use a set phrase to open the discussion of the advantages staying with the family. Set phrase. The main advantage staying with the family is, and we cite the first advantage, and we can expand on it by using the set phrase in other words. We can add another advantage. Furthermore, second advantage, and we expand on it by using the set phrase in particular. In the same paragraph, we continue with the cons, the disadvantages. A set phrase to open the discussion of the disadvantages staying with family until getting married is the following. Despite or in spite of these benefits, there are several drawbacks, and we refer to the drawbacks the same way we refer to the advantages of staying with family until getting married. Let's move on to the second paragraph of the main body. A set phrase to open the discussion of talking about the negative points when leaving home. There are clearly some negative points to consider when leaving home. Firstly, and we refer to the first disadvantage, and we can expand on it using another set phrase to be more specific. Secondly, we can add another disadvantage, and we can expand on it the same way we did before. And then, in the same paragraph, we can talk about the benefits of leaving home. We can begin our discussion using the connector however. The positive points of people living on their own or friends are extremely valuable. And this is a set phrase we can use to open our discussion on the positive points of people living on their own. Conclusion. We can open our conclusion using one of the following connectors in conclusion to sum up finally, and we can present our point of view. I would like to highlight at this point that in balanced essays, we can take one side or the other. However, we can keep a neutral position if we wish. A set phrase of keeping a neutral position is the following. In my opinion, each individual must consider their own needs or situation before deciding which choice is appropriate. For any further questions, any help you need, you can always contact me through the social media. I will be willing to help you with your writing.